Microsoft Office, Office 365. And here I'm already logged in. If you get messages about installing Office, buying Office, you don't have to for this class, okay? And even if you do, it makes no difference. You still get the same things that we get for free. So maybe you get a little bit more of the designer, but other than that, is no need for that, okay? Better thing would be to buy the full version of the program, which is, you know, more robust and has more options than this thing. I'm looking at the next graphic that they want us to create based on one supposedly that is on the documents, but you know what? I discovered that it's better just to create them, and it allows us to be more you know, more acquainted with the program and do more stuff with the program. So this one is gonna be a new PowerPoint. We're almost done with PowerPoint. It's only this is the last chapter, I think, and then we're done with it. Yeah. No, actually, this is module 2. So we still have module 3. So it's 3 modules for this. I don't know the one that I don't know if you guys seen the one on page 107, the monarch. I don't know if I want to do that one. I wanted to skip that and move on to the one on page. There's if you look on page number 111, it's creating a presentation, inserting photos, applying pictures, styles, and inserting shapes. Okay. That one, it's kind of like the same idea I want to do, but I done it before. Very similar, but slightly different on the way this one looks. So let's go ahead and start that. Let's start with a new. You can click on the plus sign, says create, and then go presentation, or you can go to the PowerPoint and create a new blank presentation. Either way is the same thing. Don't forget that in this program, there's many ways to do the same thing. And of course, you always, when you create a new blank presentation, you always begin with a title slide, it's called, which has just the title and the subtitle. And this one is this one that we're gonna create. It's kind of like excuse me, loosely based on our page. Oh, excuse me, page 111. So we're gonna call it the solar system. For those of you who have done it, it's a lot of fun to create. The solar system. It's a subtitle. We're gonna put an order celestial bodies. That's how you spell it. All right. So that's the title and subtitle. And the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna create the slides. It's the first thing you want to do on this. Okay. That's slide number 1. Let me, you know what? Let me get my other slide here, and that way we can. 1 second here. Slide. Okay. So start first with the title slide and the subtitle. My other time here. Very good.
Yes.
So for the next slide, we're gonna insert just the typical slide that we always insert the. We can always modify it. So we're gonna go on new slide, and we're gonna do the title and content. We can always adjust it, title and content. One second, I'm trying to find something here on my drive, and it's taking a little while. A long time. It's at last. See, we might have asked you for 10 minutes. My antivirus, every time I put something, it checks everything. Sometimes it makes my computer really slow. All right, so here we go. This is an astronomy question. Our title is the most important part of our solar system. How we'll call that? Anybody? And it's about
the most important thing about our solar system?
the most important part of our solar system.
The Big Bang?
No.
The sun?
Exactly. So the first, our first, our first item on the list is gonna be the sun. That's without it, we wouldn't have a solar system. We call it solar system because of the sun. That's precisely why. Oh, this thing is taking forever. Give me guys 1 minute here. Get some laptop here. There it is. I found it. All right. So we can start with that. Because if we're including the solar system, we definitely need to include the sun. So let me find the facts and then we can type it here. 1 second. Just want to type up a few bullets and that's it. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so we can probably use this. Short to the point. I'm gonna put a few sun facts here. Let me just. Guys, I'm a little off today. So some of the facts that we want to type about the sun is it's the largest, basically it's the largest object on the solar system. So let's do the first bullet here.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Hola.
So the first bullet will be sun is the largest object within our solar system, comprising of 98.8% of the system's mass. So it's almost 100% of the whole solar system. Is that the sun is? Okay. So we're gonna put a couple of bullets only. So maybe 2 bullets, 3 per celestial body that we're gonna be finding out. Okay.
Did you want us to start bolding the letters already as you're typing them, as we're typing them, or
Mine,
wait till later?
I don't think mine are not bold, or are they? They look bold?
The
Oh.
Yeah.
sun, solar system, and systems mass, or system.
Yeah, we can bold those because it's the important part of it, because it's, I guess it's what the, no, you know what? We don't need to bold them. Let me just unbold them. There. Sun is
Already,
center of a solar system, and Earth orbits 93 million miles away from it. So we're just looking for a few facts, okay? Maybe one more fact, and that would be good.
can you make the facts smaller? I'm just kidding.
You mean like the text or the-
It's big. I'm just kidding.
no, just those facts is fine.
Just joking.
Like,
Let
we
me do that.
Last fact. Yeah, no, that's good. Three bullets for each, and it'll be okay.
Right.
Right. So as I said, we're gonna do all the slides first, and then we're gonna do the nice setup and all that for it.
93 million.
And even though it's huge, 4 hours, the way we see it is huge, but it's really not huge in the larger scale of other objects on the sky. There are other stars, because our sun is actually a star.
Mhm.
Years ago, when I was at COD, maybe Linda remembers this professor, Mr. McDermott. I took classes. He was a really good. I don't know if he's still around or not, but he set up he called it the Astronomical Society of the Desert, which I became member of, and we used to go to star parties way in Joshua Tree, that area, just to look at the stars. He'll bring his big old telescope. That's a lot of fun.
They just got a huge telescope that was donated from somewhere from some very wealthy person in Washington, D.C. And you can go out there and they have all new astronomy instructors, and it is huge now. And I believe it's past thermal and on the Mecca campus. And it's supposed to be amazing.
Something interesting to go see. I love that class. That class really got me into science a lot with him. I did the class with him, and I also did the lab, which was just do observations and things like that. I even bought myself a telescope. I did.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Can you just wait 1 minute for us?
Can everybody wait a couple more minutes? Everybody finish.
Couple more minutes, please.
About 20 more, please.
Veronica.
Kidding. No, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
I just deleted it by accident.
Oh man.
Don't forget the undo. Linda, undo.
Oh,
Always
that's right. I forgot. Oh my God. Oh, wait. Did to. Oh,
That's
yeah,
why did I tell you guys
undo.
the past, or what have I always
Nah,
done?
I deleted. It's too late. I type pretty fast. Hang on.
Undo is your best friend.
I know, but I undid the undo.
On important documents, I always keep it in mind. Always learn the shortcut for it is control and the letter Z. And to redo is control and letter Y. Y and Z is undo and redo. I always use those, you know. It makes it so easy to recover stuff instead of retyping it, you know, which takes longer.
Do you still belong to the Astronomical Society, Mr.
No,
Vasquez?
it was a yearly membership. So only when I was taking the class, I did that.
Mm.
I became hooked on watching the stars at night. I will be outside. At the time, we used to live in La Quinta. That was my first marriage. And La Quinta didn't have, you know, lights outside, so you could see all the stars. But
Yeah, it
because,
has light, very little light pollution.
yeah, there was no light pollution. It was, you know, the first time I ever saw planets, you know, people tell you that there's planets out there, but when you see them, it's an amazing sight. It was very, very, very nice to see that. And it was thanks to that class, right?
If you go over there by passing the Red Casino and Southern Sea, you can see the Milky Way.
Yeah, several places where there's no lights. They call it light pollution. Keith is a correct term. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm done.
1,000 Preserve is the same too.
All right, class, so we're done with that. Well, now we're gonna list the planets. Let's see who we remember from the old days in when we're in school. What is the first planet from the sun? No?
Oh, that would be, well, Earth, and then there's the moon.
It starts with an M.
Mercury.
Moon.
Mercury.
Mercury.
Oh,
Mercury.
The hottest one, probably.
I failed.
So Mercury is the first planet, okay?
You're using title and content again?
Yeah, title and content and all of them. We have to arrange them. We will not arrange them ourselves. Okay, so. So let me go to
Mercurio.
Mercury is our next one.
Is this one blank?
No, it has a few. I'm looking for bullet facts for it. So, and this one doesn't have that many.
So this is a title and content.
Title and content, all of them. All of these are gonna be title and content. Okay. So this one,
Thank
let me show you here. Probably. You know what? When I'm pasting it, I don't want to paste it up. So it's pasting my it doesn't paste the text just the way I wanted. It's pasting actually formatted. So give me 1 second here. Let me undo this and paste it formatted. I'm gonna have to open Word and paste it in Word unformatted somehow. That's how it's gonna be then. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna unformat it. There. I have to paste it unformatted in order for it to work. Here we go. There. Wow, no, it's still doing the thing. Still doing the extra bullets. That's what I was looking at. All right, so there you have it. Closest planet to the sun, and it orbits at 29 miles per second. Temperatures range from 700 degrees to 300 degrees.
Oh
So
my goodness.
fry us in no time. Ay, what I do? Sorry. That's what I do. Ay. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it's no, I didn't do anything. I just minimized something and felt like I minimized a bunch of stuff.
Remember the Chick-fil-A? Which one? Chick-fil-A. That's for sure. Chick-fil-A. Yeah. It's very famous. They don't have one local, but they're making one in Palm Springs. Every time I go,
I'm gonna have an extra bullet on this one because they're small. Mercury is only slightly larger than Earth's moon. So it's really tiny compared to other objects on our solar system. This one is similar. It's not the same, but it's similar to the one on page 111. But we're not using the textbook for this one. We're basically creating a one slightly different and more detail. And we're testing to see who knows the planets. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, there's a picture that the Russians sent a probe to Mercury and they took pictures when it landed. So there's only one picture because it didn't last that long. It would just fry right away. Let's see if I can find a picture. The only picture we have of Mercury that they took. When, well, there's more now. But they're taken from the top. They actually sent one and landed. That was the Russians. I've seen the picture.
Closest planet to the sun orbit.
I remember seeing it in the picture, the image. All right, so. Yeah, that's what they say. So we'll find out right now. We're ready for the next one, no? The next one is also another, look at, if you just click on the button, instead of clicking to, oh, no, this one doesn't have a button. So you still get that, yeah. All right, so, everybody done with Mercury or need more time?
All done.
All
Well,
done.
Minus 300 degrees, so it's freezing when it's facing the dark side, and it's 700 degrees when it's facing the sun. Well, we will fry or freeze on that planet. Right, so what's the next planet from the
Mr. Vasquez.
they call women that way.
Venus.
We come from there.
Venus.
Exactly.
¿Cuál
Yes.
es el número 4?
You need the last one. Mercury is only slightly larger than Earth's.
La new slide, la 4 es new content o
Todas son iguales. They're all the same. They're all title and content. All of them, okay? Does anybody know why they say women come from Venus? Or women are from Venus?
Men are from Mars.
That's the woman's planet.
It's the best planet in the world
That's
besides
the
the
woman's planet.
No, because if you wake up early in the morning, especially, during, I think it's 1 month, I think it's in summer.
Mhm.
Yeah, very, very bright, looks like a bright star.
Oh,
East, and it looks white. That's Venus. So in ancient times, they see it white and so it is, purity. And for ancient men, women were pure, and that's where the word Venus comes from. Women come from Venus because they're pure, bright, and all these things. And Mars is just the opposite of Venus. Mars is red. It's a red planet, and red simulates blood, rage. That's where they say men are from Mars. That's where the saying comes from. That women come from Venus, and men come from Mars. Mars, it's bloody, messy. Where you're like, that's where the two come from. And who goes to war all the time? Men, especially in ancient times. So that Mars represented that. And of course, in ancient time, women didn't fight unless you were Joan of Arc. And other than that, women didn't fight as much. All right, so let's get the list on that one. Let me see, here it is.
Mr. V, I have a question. When you're adding the content, you're going into Word and getting the information, copying it, and then pasting it onto the PowerPoint? Is that what you're doing?
What I'm doing, I have it on another PowerPoint. I'm just copying that.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering how you were
It's
doing that.
already formatted. That's why I'm trying not to format it.
I get it.
Not formatted.
But can you go into Word, find what you want, copy it, and then paste it into PowerPoint?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you.
All right, that means here and here it is. Let's see, and unfortunately, I don't know why it's giving me the double bullets. So I have to delete these bullets. It should only give me one set of bullets. I still haven't figured out why. Anyway, so that's all we have on this one. Second planet from the sun. Temperature is about 900 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's really, really, it's bright because it has no atmosphere. So it reflects the sunlight very strongly. And sometimes if you look it through a telescope, I don't know if anybody's seen Venus through a telescope, you see the moon faces. Like the moon, sometimes it's you see only 1/4 of the planet. It looks like the moon on a telescope. I remember Mr. McDermott told us that and I couldn't believe it. But when I saw it, I go, oh my God, it looks like the moon. But to our eyes, it's so far away that we can't see, that we only see round. We don't see the actual, quarter of the planet only.
Isn't Venus the furthest planet in the solar system away from the sun?
Oh no, it's the second planet, so it's really close to the sun.
Oh, which one is the furthest? Jupiter or Saturn? Or Venus. I can't remember.
We'll find out right now.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I'm making it exciting. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
but didn't they find another planet farther than the one that's supposed to be the furthest that we've known?
Remember the one when those are they call exoplanets, meaning that they're not part of our solar system. And there's tons of those. Remember on that video I played for you guys one time, where we will go, if something happens to our solar system, go to another solar system. Let me tell you, and this is something that you ever heard of the Hubble telescope?
Yes.
Hubble telescope that is, on, in the Earth's orbit. Well, the Hubble telescope is named after Mr. Edwin Hubble. Edwin Hubble was an astronomer. And I'm not sure if it was on Mount Wilson telescope in LA, or I don't think it was on Palomar Mountain telescope. I think it was Mount Wilson. In the 1930s, he will spend a little bit of time because it was always busy, but he will ask for time to use the telescope. And guess what he discovered? He discovered like huge clusters. At first he thought they were like like some sort of a space dust. But when he zoomed in, he realized there were galaxies. He discovered galaxies, a bunch of galaxies. Everywhere he looked, he saw galaxies. But that wasn't his big discovery. The big discovery is that he noticed that there were not only millions of galaxies with millions of like our sun, stars. Not only that, he discovered that they were moving away from us. And they were moving away very fast from us. So he came up with a proof for the Big Bang. That at one point, if they're moving away, at one point they were all in a single point, which is called a singularity. And something happened that we still don't understand how, but it exploded and launched everything everywhere outwards to the universe. And all these galaxies are moving very fast. And as we see further away, they go faster. They're picking up the speed. What is it causing it to move that fast? And what's going to happen? They're going to go to infinity or what? That's where they have a lot of theories of what's going to happen when the universe ends. But Mr. Hubble, Edwin Hubble, he's the one who discovered all these things. And Big Bang Theory, even though it's not his theory, he was able to prove it. And noticing that the everything is moving away from us, like an explosion, like throwing a pebble in a lake, and you see how the waves expand. That's what's happening in our universe. He discovered that, but don't worry about it. We're fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe as Pluto is the furthest, but I was commenting that they considered it's no longer a planet, which I disagree. I still say it's a planet. I think it's kind of, I mean, they've always considered it a planet, but then it was just recently they demoted it.
Yeah, he got demoted.
Pluto.
All right.
That,
all right. What's the next one? The next one they call it the third rock from the sun. What planet is that? That's how they title it. Third rock from the sun. There's even a show about it.
Well, Earth, that's us.
Yep. Little Earth.
Yes.
It's called a third rock from the sun. You know why? Because our planet is rocky. It's made out of solid rock. There's other planets out there like Jupiter and Neptune that they have no solid. It's just gas. Huge masses of gas. So,
Like Jupiter.
yeah, let me get that text for that. And it's just short little things. The idea here is not so much the content, but the that way we're gonna set it up really nice. So copy that here. Okay, I think I'm gonna be okay now. I'm gonna have those bullets. I'm not mistaken. Here we go. There, no bullets.
Good Lord.
Right. So the third planet from the sun, or third rock from the sun, they call it too. Has oceans of water and an oxygen-rich atmosphere. Has intelligent life. Well, sometimes without that, the way we treat our poor planet. I don't know if this are sentences or not. I think so. But they're bullets. Bullets are not really sentences. So no need for period at the end. No, that third bullet says has intelligent life. I don't know about that. Sometimes we think that we're destroying the planet.
I mean, what I'm saying is, yeah, very cocoa.
distance from the surface to the
All right. Let's continue. All right, so the next one, next planet. Anybody? What's after Jupiter? I mean, after Earth. Earth. We're planning to visit sometime in the next decade, I think. What planet is that? We're from over there,
Mars.
man.
Mars.
Mars, there you go. We're following the order, okay? So the first red planet. Okay, red planet. That's, and three bullets the most. Minus 220 degrees, so it gets really, really cold at night. But 30 degrees is not so bad. But these are just some facts, okay? It's not everything about these planets. What time for my history? We're good? Okay, so one more here. There's so many planets. Okay, now what's the next one? This is huge. Huge, huge, huge.
Jupiter.
There you go. Yeah, Jupiter is. As a matter of fact, class is the largest in the solar system. Largest planet. So I'm gonna
It
put
did.
anybody know where the names from for the names for the days of the week come from? No.
What's the question?
The days of the week, you guys know they come from the planets too?
No, I did not know that.
No.
Monday in Spanish and Latin is Luna. Lunes. Luna.
Oh,
And then Martes
oh,
from Mars.
Marte.
Jueves from Jupiter.
Hmm.
Yeah, so not all of them the same. Never thought of,
Viernes is from Venus.
it sounds like it. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Ajá.
So that's why I didn't say anything.
Martes, miércoles, jueves.
Sunday is, of course, is the day of the sun. Sunday is.
Oh. Oh, interesting.
That much I remember from my from my astronomy class.
Well, we're learning too. Oh no.
This is a good thing. Always thinking about science is very interesting and amazing because you get amazed knowing all these facts. But you can go on with your life with not knowing, and you're perfectly okay. You know?
True.
You know, like that typical credulous person. You say, you know that Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system. So it doesn't
Yeah,
amaze
I
me.
was told that if Ed remembered, I mean, the moon takes a lot of the asteroids, but also Saturn does too. So if
Yeah.
Saturn wasn't there, we'd also be hit by a lot of the asteroid belts, right?
And as a matter of fact, you and I were alive when we saw this big one hit on Jupiter. Remember that? It just made like a little. Was it Jupiter or Saturn? I think no, Jupiter. Yeah, it hit Jupiter, and we actually saw. Well, they show us the pictures, but it was something that happened during our lifetime. And one of those pieces would have hit the Earth, it would have destroyed life on the planet. That's why.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's why if you don't know it, there's actually there's a vault, and I think it's in the Arctic, where they put a bunch of seeds, you know, from all the plants in the world, and you know, for preservation in case something like that happens.
I just saw something. They want to do another one on the moon with.
Yeah,
That's also why we're part of the reason they said that we're going back to the moon is to create another seed bank down the road. I mean, it's
they want to.
plan.
I don't know if you heard the latest. They want to do a DNA bank. You know, because they did this, what is called the genome, which basically mapped the whole human, the whole humanity in a way through the DNA signature. And we know what makes a human nowadays. It's dangerous because then you're gonna have some crazy scientists trying to make humans, you know. Anyway, so let's go to the next planet. Our next big, huge, this Jupiter is the first of the huge planets, okay? So the next one in our list is also huge.
Can you give me a second, Mr. Vasquez? I thought everything was charging, but my outlet was disconnected. I just need the last sentence here. Thank you. I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Aren't we creeping up on the old coffee break?
I know.
Barbara has to call it.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
Oh, no, but Barbara,
No.
we're used to Barbara saying,
second
okay,
the
Mr.
motion.
Vasquez.
I second the motion.
All right, so
Yeah. Okay, good.
go ahead and stop right. Then we'll continue. We still have about 4 slides to go.
Oh God, this is a nice one.
Should we save it so we don't lose it?
Yeah, save it as solar system.
Solar
Okay.
system? Okay.
The solar system is fine. Solar system.
Solar system.
Bravo, I got it. Did anyone watch?
Some recording and then switch to it. Here we go. Saturn. Had the cards, the Saturn cards. Anybody had one of those? And we just need 3 bullets or so for this. You know what? The first planet where I saw the rings, it was on this planet. The actual rings, you know, around it. It was amazing too. So, you ever seen any of that stuff? You'll be amazed. A planet with the famous rings. Look at the winds, 1,100 miles an hour. Ooh, my God. We had winds of 30 miles here when we were dying. Good. You ready to continue or no? How are we doing?
Yep.
Yeah. everybody good?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
So let's insert another slide, the same thing, title and content. And what is this? The next planet is the planet that everybody makes fun of. Everybody knows what planet we're talking about.
Uranus.
Uranus. Uranus is better say it that way. It doesn't sound as bad. Uranus. If you say it fast, it's better. Okay. It's like this planet has been bullied for years.
Good thing we say it in Spanish.
Spanish sounds the same too, no?
No, Urano.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes, it does.
It does sound like the same also.
Yeah.
And it's also huge. This planet is, those are the giant planets in our solar system. And this is one of them. This is huge too. The third largest solar system. Then, and this is from Greek mythology. Named after the father of Saturn in Roman mythology. But the Romans copy all the mythology from the Greeks. Look at the summers and winters over there. Can you imagine 42 years per summer? Because they're so far away from the sun. I'm curious, I guess, details about the planet. How many planets we got so far? 6, huh? 7. 7 planets. You know, one of the things somebody was asking me about the days of the week. Well, I only have to Jupiter for Thursday, Jueves, Jupiter. Well, how come we don't have any more? Because in ancient times, we didn't discover any more planets until more recent times.
Oh.
Jupiter was the only one that was seen at the time. And Galileo Galilei, you know, he was the one who noticed that he had moons. He discovered 4 moons. That's what they call them, the Galilean moons. On Jupiter.
Third largest planets in the solar system. Summers and winters.
We got one last planet. Which planet is that?
Neptune.
Neptune, yeah, and that one looks blue. Also, just like
Neptune.
so let's share another satellite content. Pull it out of this because the information I have on my other thing is that relevant. So 8 and 5 so okay, so this will be one bullet. Let me copy my other bullet instead. One second here. The orbit is a little strange, the orbit of this one. We need one more bullet for it. And this is a good fact. Just one more bullet, and it's good.
It's
It's made of thick soup of water, ammonia, and methane. That's why it looks bluish. That makes it look a little bluish. You know, by the way, the first time that we saw it really up close is when the Voyager one, the Voyager 1, I think it was, flew by it back in 1979 or something like that. It flew by and took pictures of it. That's how we know how it looks, you know, from close up, because our telescopes are not powerful enough to see it, you know, that close. And by the way, you guys know that the Voyager 1 and the Voyager 2 actually were designed by they wanted to send a message from us, from humans, to the universe, and they selected what's the name of this famous astronomer?
Galileo?
No, no, no. This is more modern. No, no.
Oh. Stephen Hawking.
No. He wasn't a. Stephen Hawking was not an astronomer. He was a physicist. Slightly different. No. We're talking about what is his name? He was on TV all the time. He had the show.
Oh, Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. There you go. Carl Sagan. Yeah. With the idea of creating a. Back then, the technology was basically, you know, the long play disc that you will play with on those how do you call those record players, you know. So they designed one made out of pure gold, 24 carats, and in it they use basically programming kind of thing, you know, like zeros and ones, and they put a bunch of pictures and sounds of the earth.
Whales.
Sounds of the, you know, whales, people singing, kids crying and laughing. Songs, basically they included music, classic music, the rock and roll, the blues, and all the sounds of the planet. And,
well, they put Chuck Berry. That's what they did. They put Chuck Berry on that.
And along with all those messages, they also send greetings from our planet by the United Nations chairman at the time, saying that we're, you know, we're peaceful, you know, we're not a fighting, you know, race, but since we actually are, but we send that and send it. Whoever finds this spaceship somewhere, they're gonna know exactly where we live, how we are, everything about us, which makes it a little dangerous, you know, if we encounter one of those hostile alien civilization out there somewhere.
War of the Worlds.
Something like that. All right.
Mr. Vasquez, could I take a quick look at Saturn real fast
Yes.
to see the bullet points real fast? I just want to take a fast picture so I can
Everybody
catch it.
done with Neptune?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Let me go to Saturn here.
Thank you.
Oh, Jupiter, Saturn. There it is.
Oh, thank you.
Saturn was a short one.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Salute.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, class, this is our last planet. Yep. Officially, because they discovered that Pluto is too small to be a planet. It's what we call a planetoid, and there's tons of those in the asteroid belt. Some even bigger than Pluto itself. Somehow Pluto got away from it, and it's
But
roaming.
but if it was still considered a planet, it would be further than Neptune, as you say, right?
No, as a matter of fact, Neptune, if you read on it, Neptune's orbit actually passes beyond Pluto.
Wow. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah, and a planet to be considered a planet has to be round, and Pluto is not round. Pluto is kind of like flat on its axis. It's not a round planet.
Oh,
A lot of reasons why they took it out of the list, but one of those is that it's too small to be a planet. All right, class, let's go to the next one. Another slide, title and content. And remember the title of our it's called the solar system and other celestial bodies. So that's what we're gonna do for our last one. Just two of the most amazing celestial bodies that we can find out there. What would that be, anybody? They actually can come in ancient times when they came, people saw it as messengers from beyond kind of thing.
What's the question?
What are we talking about? Those messengers from beyond.
UFOs?
In
Kanye
ancient,
West.
huh?
Nothing.
Celestial.
In ancient times, they when people saw him, they'll be scared. And I remember in my lifetime, and you guys probably remember. I'm not saying that you guys are old as
Meteors, asteroids.
no, let me tell you, yeah. When I was I think, well, I was maybe I was what 24, 25. There was a huge one that you could see during the day on the facing north.
Hail Bob.
The Hellbob, yeah, there you go. What was that?
Hail Bob.
Yeah, yeah. But what was it? A comet or yeah, it's a comet.
Yeah, that would be a comet. Before that was Halley's Comet in the 80s. And that will come back. That comes around every 80 years.
80 years, but in ancient times they were like how did the world was gonna end.
Right.
They were huge. This one, the Hellbob was huge too. And I remember seeing it for days. You guys remember that? Anybody remember that? This is
I
back
do.
in maybe 2000, wasn't it? Around 2000.
I thought it was like in the late 90s, like
Yeah,
90, 99 or 98.
22, 23 years ago. And
Yeah.
then we got these idiots in San Diego that they look at how things happen. These people,
Oh,
they
Heaven's Gate. Heaven's Gate.
I think guys, there you go. They thought that actually there was a UFO behind them, behind that particular what is it, a comet, and it was gonna pick them up. So they killed themselves, all of them.
That's right. They did it like Jonestown. They drank the Kool-Aid.
They drank the Kool-Aid and they all die. It happened in Temecula. Just can you believe that? So there you go. Asteroids and comets are considered remnants from the giant cloud of gas and dust that condensed to create the sun, planets, and moons some 4.5 billion years ago. But before that, and I don't know if you know, before they killed themselves, they all castrated themselves.
I know that's absolutely
Crazy.
insane that they followed a madman like that to, they would have done anything that man said, but well, the most ultimate sacrifice, their life. But ay
Hey,
Dios mío, you'd say.
happens all the time, and not only in religious things, but in politics. Don't forget the assault on June the 6th. So it does happen. People can follow blindly, unfortunately, and it's very dangerous. That's what they always say. Always, use reason before you use your feelings. Reason and try to make sure that what you're doing is something reasonable and think about it. Talk to other people about it. So yeah, that happens. Blindly following anything, any in politics, religion, and any other thing, you always have to use your brain before you use your heart.
Well, as the great book says, beware of false prophets.
Mhm.
All right,
Correct.
that's our last one, and it's really interesting. Now, what is an asteroid and a meteorite? What is the difference? Does anybody know that one? That's a trick question here. What is the difference between an asteroid and a meteorite? Asteroids, we have, if not thousands, more of those in the asteroid belt. They think it was maybe planets that didn't form, and it's a bunch of them loose. And every once in a while, they come really close to us. One of those supposedly they believe that it hit the planet, billions of years ago, and they were the responsible for the dinosaurs, dying out. But anyway, an asteroid is just a piece of rock, flying around. But when it enters the Earth's atmosphere, it turns into a meteorite. So an asteroid is the same thing as a meteorite. The difference is when it comes inside the Earth's atmosphere, it's called a meteorite. And you know where they hit these things all the time? In Russia. There's tons of videos of how people see them in the sky in Russia. And I don't know if you guys remember recently, maybe about 5 years ago, that one hit so hard that shattered a bunch of buildings, the windows of buildings and everywhere. And I don't know exactly what province in Russia. We haven't had, any big ones here falling in the US, but everywhere there's a bunch of them that fall every year. Small ones, of course. I'm afraid if a huge one were to hit the Earth, it will wipe out humanity. But don't worry about it. Go on with your life. Be happy. Don't worry about that. All right, so we're good. Now here comes a big part of this assignment to basically illustrate this power, because it's a great power presentation. Like everybody done with the last one, I'm still working on the last one. So
I'm still working, almost done.
Hold on.
let me show you something really quick before we start with it. Let me, we're good.
Yes.
Yes.
If I go to my first slide, and if I were to present this slide, let me go to slideshow, and I'm gonna present it from the beginning. I will go, okay, class, we're gonna talk about the solar system. and other celestial bodies. See how plain this thing is, and I'll be explaining each bullet and going over it and going slide by slide. You know, the second planet closest to the sun is Mercury, you know, orbits 20 miles, so and so, blah 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 blah. You know, like on Snoopy. And I get into the last slide, but notice how plain it is. The beauty of creating this wonderful content is to make our slides really eye-catching, you know, for the audiences. The whole point is to make the audience more interested in your presentation. So the first thing I suggest that we get a nice background for our solar system title, for our title slide. How do we do that? We're gonna save it like we did last time, and then we're gonna set it up as a background, okay? So this is how we do this. We're gonna go insert. No, I'm sorry, we don't insert on this one because we're gonna save it. So no insert, I'm sorry, no insert, just open another tab right here on the plus sign. And make sure you go to Google or any search engine. I think I'm gonna use Bing on this computer because that's the one that is set up. I'm gonna go ahead and put solar system and try to look for a picture related to that. So when I switch to images, look at any picture that you choose from this. If you're doing the Google search, we might not have the same picture. Let me see if I can do the Google search, because believe it or not, each search is different. If,
So
I'm gonna go to Google search instead.
Oh, there's a
we're
beautiful
not doing
one.
green.
Huh? Yeah, and open another tab. Let me switch to mine because I use Google search.
There's a beautiful one in Google search.
Yeah, and you put the solar system or solar system only?
I put solar system and it's called Bright Realistic Planets on the Solar System. It's the purple one.
This one?
No, try the next one.
This one
Mine has the names on it.
yeah, this one I'm looking at it. Not the names, but I'm looking at the it's how old is the solar system?
It's from vectorstock.com.
What name did you put in, Lynn?
I put in just solar system, Google search.
I put just solar system. That's why I didn't get the same results.
Thank you.
And it's for that one right there that you just
Yeah,
had.
the third one. Third
Yeah,
one.
that's it. It's beautiful.
All right, no, it's not too strong for the colors.
I think it really identifies each planet with its name on it, but I don't know. It's up to you.
And now they all do. Look at this one. It's another one. It shows even Pluto on this one. Let's see this one. I don't know
It has
this one.
Pluto. It has Pluto.
But notice how it's kind of like blurry a little bit. I don't know if it's blurry on yours. Click on it to see if it's blurred, because I think it's copyrighted.
It says it's licensable.
No, but I'm saying when you click on it and you see the picture, like you seen it on my screen, how does it look?
Mine is clear
Mine is clear.
Mine is
and
not.
it does have Pluto.
Yeah, I see Pluto on the side. So let's get one that doesn't have Pluto then. How funny.
I see Pluto's a planet.
Yeah, this one has it too. Some of them have it. So find one.
Oh, look at that black one. That black one has every single picture right there that you're on. That one has every single planet.
No, but I like this one that has the sun on it.
Uh-huh.
I like that one's like that. Even this one with no names, I like this one with no names as a background. Because remember, we're gonna use backgrounds. The letters are gonna ruin our slide.
Oh, okay.
So find one that let's find one that you like first. I like this one. What you need to do once you find the one you like, you're gonna right click on it and you're gonna save image as. All right, and you have to know, once again, like I told you the last time, you have to know where you're gonna put it. The computer doesn't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. You're the only one who's gonna know where you're gonna put it. For easy, we said that if you put it on the desktop, it's really easy to find. So I'm gonna put mine on the desktop. Okay. How do I know? Because it says right here, desktop. And I'm clicking on it. So saving it on the desktop. And then I'm gonna see if I can set it up. I'm gonna see how it looks. And then if I don't like it, I'll go for another one. So since I can, use as many as try as many as I want to, no big deal. So look at, I'm gonna go to design. And look at, before I put the picture on design, do me a favor. Make sure you choose a design already. So you arranges the your slides really nice. Look at, so find a design that you like, that you think it will match somehow what we're talking about. So see, like that design wouldn't fly. This one, let me try this other one. So I'm finding a design first. No, that one is too formal. Look at this one. Look at this one. This one is pretty good. Look at, I like this design. I don't know if you guys like this design or not, but this one is pretty good. Look at, it arranges the names there, and I can use a variant. Look at variant color. This one is, let's look at that one. I don't know if I like that one, but this one. All right. So before I set up my first slide on the title slide, I want to see a nice design. So here's another design. This one it looks good too. Look at. I like this one too. It's pretty neat. But maybe a variant will be nice. But it only has green, orange variants. I don't like the variants for that one. So you know what I'm doing here? I'm trying to find a nice design before. Oh, look at this one. This is more like it. Okay. So this one is huge letters, good to read. And I like the blue actually. So this one is called the Metropolitan. See if you can find this Metropolitan design. And then look at, once you do that, once you find the Metropolitan design, now you can put your pictures, especially for the background. So you just go background and you're gonna go picture from file like we did last time. But I'm gonna show you a trick here. So when I pick the picture, look at, I'm gonna pick my picture. I'm gonna go insert, see how it looks. It takes a while, remember, because I have to upload that picture and then set it up. So I'm waiting for the picture to be set up. Might take a little while. Not happening. It's not happening. I might have to do it again. Picture from file. Choose file. The file. Open. And insert. If it doesn't happen, that means that the picture is not working.
Hey, I got it. Can we pick one of the designers or no?
But they don't have a picture, do they?
It didn't work for me.
It didn't work. That one doesn't want to come up.
Oh, you know why? Oh, I forgot why. I
Why?
think, look, if I take off the design, there it is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's a design, so we can't use a design if we're gonna use a background. And well, it's okay. So we can use it. We cannot use a design. So the design is out of the question. All right. So we have to. This is what we need to do. This picture wouldn't work. So I have to find me another picture. So It's okay, I can look for another picture. Even look at even a picture of just the space by itself. Like, let me show you what I'm gonna try to do here. Because don't forget space, that we're trying to design this thing in the best way for the audience. So if I get a picture of just space, like something like this, maybe, say something with just stars like that. Let me
I
see.
could see it.
Yes. If I use something like this, look at what's gonna happen. Save image as. Let's save this image. It's gonna work, but I'll find out. So I'm gonna try this other image now. Click on File, and you can try different ones until you find the one you like. Where did it go? That one didn't come up. Okay. Oh, you know, there it is. There it is. I just see it. No. Save it to the correct place. Save as. Yeah.
Mr. Vasquez, could you go over the step again right there where we're getting the image from our desktop?
Okay, so let me get one because that one didn't work for me. So let me just get another one here. This one. I'm gonna get a plain one, sky blue kind of thing, or dark blue. So here they look at, this is what we do. So once you save the picture, you're gonna go to background on the design. You're gonna go picture from file. You're gonna choose the file. Locate your picture.
Still didn't work.
Insert it.
Didn't work.
So you have to find one picture that works, because this picture worked for me, the first one. I just don't like.
Okay.
Can we use a designer page to help us choose?
If you want to, but remember that it only allows you how many, 1 or 2, and then you're out of luck with it. That's the only problem with a designer. The designer is picky, only works for a little bit and then doesn't want to work. It
So
wants,
we have 3 times to try it?
huh?
We have 3 times to try it?
Okay, try it.
So we can, is there anything else we could put it on under the Google search besides space and solar system? How about just planets? Oh, they cost money.
That's right.
And how do we delete the picture?
Give me 1 second.
I found it. I found the undo.
Oh yeah, that's the best way.
Oh, it doesn't come up. Everything I picked won't come up.
And everything I pick, the title disappears.
Oh,
No.
well.
Doesn't disappear, remember, it's there. It's just behind the whole thing.
No, but I mean, it's there, you can see it, but it's very,
Yeah. So we're gonna have to change the cover. So let me get my second picture here.
so in other words, be patient.
Be patient, it's coming. Here's another image that I downloaded. I'm gonna see if this one works. So yeah, this one works, but you notice my title is not good. So look at, you have to change the color of the title. So in order for the title to appear. So if I go look at class, if I go and change the title to on the home tab to white, or yeah, see, white will show really nice on this thing. So I'm just checking
Bueno.
white. There it is. Now look at this picture. You notice that I only have it for number one. Could I have the same picture for all of them? You bet. Look at. So where I was at on the designer, I go apply to all. Look at all. Notice all my slides now have the same picture. So I don't have to struggle to put pictures for the background for each one. I just use one for all of them. And then at the end, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add pictures for each planet and that. So look at the way I changed the colors is I just click anywhere on the box, and I go to the home tab and click on the color white. There it is. Oops. Highlight it again and then there. Same thing with this. I just click on the box, meaning I'm selecting the whole box, and then I can click on the color. I don't have to select. Oops. I don't have to select the color anymore because I already. Why am I not doing the whole thing?
So we don't have to put the whole solar system on the first slide?
I couldn't find a one for the solar system that I like. I like this one just about space, and my content looks a little bit, better if I do this.
And we use Bing because mine will not allow me.
You use any search engine is fine. I ended up using just something plain like a space to give me the background I needed.
And it's when you go to Bing, it's done the same exact way?
Same exact way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. V.
So if I go to background, let me see. I wanted to see background. It doesn't give me the feature that I can.
Oh, but it didn't do background. It just did a picture.
No, you have to do it through the design and through the background.
Okay, thank you.
Picture from file. So we'll put it on the background.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yeah,
I'm kind of lost in here. I know I did the background, but I don't see it. How do I bring it back? How do I know I did it right?
you know what? Go to the design and make sure that you have no design set. Just do the blank design.
Okay.
How do you do that? And just click right here. This is the blank design. Oops.
Wait, we can see that.
Blank. So let me undo it again because I got rid of my thing. So I use one picture as a background for all of them.
Okay, wait.
So find something that, because I was thinking, look at that, the planets are, if I use the planets for background, look at what's going to happen. I think it's going to be too much distraction. It was what I was trying to avoid. Look at, if I go to this one, I go insert, and then apply all, look at what's going to happen. See my content, it's going to look, all of them the same. I don't want that. I mean, the planets are going to be on the way on all of them. Like distracting kind of thing. It's kind of like a distraction, I would say. So the plane that the picture is for the background is better. So that's why I found that this other picture that is just like the blue sky, it looks a little better as a background than this one does. So now we're gonna go apply to all, and they're all gonna have it. Unless, of course, on the first one I can have something different if I want to. But
how do I get rid of the one that I already have?
you can just go and select another one, and the other one will replace it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So and I said if it's too dark, then change the colors lighter. If it's too light, then change the colors darker. The color for you. You can just highlight it and change the color that way, or change it to the whole box like I did, but it's a little bit more difficult. It's better just to highlight it and then change the colors that way.
Okay, I finally got it. Wow. Okay, can you show me now? I'm sorry, I was trying to finally get something. Sorry to interrupt. How do I put it on every background of everyone? I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
Right before, right below where it says picture from file, it says apply to all. And then you can apply the same picture to all the slides. Kind of like what we did with the transition, says apply to all.
Under design?
No, yeah, you go design background, where you put the background, you
Yeah,
already,
yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. And apply to all. Thank you. Got it.
and I will have it for all of them. And that's why I say you can find something that you like to be that background.
It it only went to it only went to one. I applied it to all, but it didn't do it.
Try it again, because maybe you're not doing it correctly.
I
Or
think
some-
I tried so many to upload. Maybe it's just kind of having a brain fart here. I don't know.
I'm gonna try another one. You know, you can try different colors to see which is the color that you like the best for your background. And it's perfectly okay to try different ones. Look, I already tried. Here's another one I'm gonna try. This one is a little bit more subtle color, I think.
Design.
So see this one, look, I like this one better. So I'm gonna apply it to all. If it works for me, it works for everybody, okay? So
Didn't work for me.
if you see me doing it, it should work on yours too.
Please do it one more time. I'm watching.
Yeah, so I just did apply to all. I inserted it from picture from file and then apply to all.
Oh, but I got mine from Bing, not
I did-
from a file.
It doesn't matter. You have to get it from file. The Bing is not gonna work. You're pasting it onto the slide. We're not pasting it onto the slide. We're setting it up as a background on the slide.
So
We're at-
I have it in a file. So I just hit apply from file, insert.
No. Undo whatever you did. Undo whatever you did first on the picture.
Okay, I have it on my first slide, a lovely background, okay? And then I went and I got it from Bing.
Wait a
And I-
minute. Wait. Before you continue, on the number one slide,
Yes,
if you click on it, can you move it around? Click on it on the picture and tell me if you can move it around.
yes, I can.
So that's now how you inserted the wrong way. So delete it. Click on it and then press the delete key on the keyboard.
Okay, let me delete it.
That's not how we want it. We want to, I said use the background button to put it as a background. You're putting it as just a picture on the slide.
Yeah, but I don't have anything as a file. All I'm saying is even if I don't have anything that I uploaded to put on my desktop
Wait a minute.
because I deleted them, they didn't transfer over.
No, but did you save them to your computer or no?
No, I just deleted them because they didn't do. So I have to go back to Google, search, go to space, get a picture, put it on my desktop and see if it'll.
Yeah, let's
apply.
do the process again. And when you're ready, then you can go to design and then insert it. Insert it, not on the insert images. You're gonna go to design and then you're gonna go to background. What we did on Tuesday, remember that? How we
Okay.
put it-
Okay.
that's
Well, I
how-
have to get a design first, so I got to open a new tab and try it again.
Yeah, fine. But if you deleted the picture, it should be there on your trash can. You can just undo it and we'll come back to it.
Well, I'll try to find something very plain.
Where did you get this picture from, Mr. Vasquez?
This one from Google Images, just look, I would just put a space instead. Instead of solar system, I use a search for a space. And it gives
Oh,
different
okay.
space. And I just pick one. Like this one, I thought the color was very subtle, very.
Yeah, because I had one, but it's too colorful and has all the planets on it.
For the background, this is nice.
Yeah.
This background, so. Because remember, we don't want to be this. We don't want to distract with the design of the presentation, because that's not the important part. How you design it. The important part is the content. So we want to make sure that the content actually is the number one on the presentation.
Finally. Okay. Finally.
So if you're looking at my screen right now, you go to design. If you already save it,
I got everything. Thank you, Mr. V.
you're able to put it on all of them.
Yeah, except the first one, but I'll deal with that later. I don't want to keep the class, so I got it.
If you put it on one, it should go on all of them.
No, go ahead and do it again because I'm a little lost too.
All right, so
Including the letters going to white?
no,
Yeah.
that's a different step. Look at how we're gonna do this. Once I locate my image, let's say I'm gonna get rid of my image right here, right now, just so I can show you. Here, I have no pictures or anything. I'm ready to set up a background. And you can be on the first slide, second slide, it doesn't matter where you're at, okay? So I'm gonna go to the design tab. I'm gonna go to the background button here, click on it, click on it, and then it says picture from file for background. I'm on the background section of the design. I'm gonna go picture from file, not on the, because maybe the error happened that you go to insert and it also says picture from file.
Okay.
That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the design and the background. Picture from file, and then it says choose the file. So I'm gonna click to choose the file. And I said, this is the one I like. So I found my file that I downloaded to the desktop. I'm gonna open it and insert it. Once it shows right here, now I can insert it. There it is. But it's only on one slide. No problem. I go to background again button, and it has the last option says apply to all. So when I click on this, all my slides are gonna have the same background.
Except for the first one.
Except me too, Veronica, except for the
Yes,
first one.
for the first one.
Yeah, the first one doesn't have it.
Okay, because the first one you probably have, do you have anything on the first one or you have a different one? You know why? Because you probably inserted it using the picture insertion. You didn't insert it using the background button. So the way you inserted the first one is the wrong way. So go and delete it.
Okay,
And
okay.
go to
How do
the
we delete it?
click on the first one, you click on the picture and press the delete key on the keyboard.
Okay, or you can take a new design. So then you go to design.
No, don't do that because it's gonna erase all your pictures. Just
No, everything's there.
okay. You did it. I don't know how you guys are doing it, but follow me on that. You go to the slide number 1 where the picture didn't change. You click on the picture and you select delete on the keyboard, and that picture will be gone, and then your background that you said will be there. Because if you click on set on apply to all, it will be applied to all. But if I look at, if you did this thing, if I go insert, and then I get a picture from a different picture, look at, let me show you here. The difference between insert and the other ones. If I go right here, insert it right here.
Oh my goodness.
This is the picture. If I do this and I set it up this way as a background, then this is not, I'm not doing it right. Because this one is covering my actual picture that I set up with apply to all. This is, see this one I can click and delete it with the keyboard because that's not the one I want. The one I want, I cannot delete it. If I click on it, it doesn't go away because it's set up as a background. It's kind of like we painted it on the background. Permanent marker, so it will not be erased. The other one is just pasted on top of it. So it can be moved and deleted at any time. So that's the
Oh,
difference.
I already deleted that, but I still cannot get the first slide to have the background. But
Now
I'll work on it.
now all my little pictures, I mean, all my backgrounds disappeared because I was trying to fix number 1.
Okay, do it again, then do it again until you get it. Do it through the design and background.
And back.
Don't use the insert button. Use the design and then the background button. Because I think on one of those you guys are using the insert and not the background. That's the difference, okay? All right, we went past this. Where's Barbara? Hasn't said anything.
I'm frustrated.
Is she okay?
All right, let's save it at this point. Well, I'll repeat these steps again on next week.
Well, real quick, how do we change all the letters to white, the background, the,
Let me show you on this one right here. See how they're
uh-huh.
back. The best way to do it is highlight them all. Highlight them all. Well, it's not gonna change the bullets, it's unfortunately. But let's see if he does the bullets. If I highlight this and I go to the white, oh yeah, no, it does the bullets too. There you go.
My highlight keeps just going off. It doesn't stay put.
Yeah, no, it should go. It should do
Okay,
it.
the
though.
minute I hit release,
Nope.
the shift key, they go away.
You highlight them, you let go, and then go to the. That's
My
one.
background is so dark, I can't even see the letters.
Yeah, no, that's what you're gonna have to highlight them and then convert them to white.
Oh, I see.
Highlight them, convert them to white. If you highlight them, they're there. They're just, you can't see them, but they're there.
I just want my mom. Just kidding.
What do you think
I
that-
know how I'm
I
just
know,
kidding.
let's stop right here before we get more people frustrated, and then we'll continue this on that.
God, it's 10 after 8.
I know. I'm surprised that
But
Barbara,
Barbara hasn't said anything.
Surprised they haven't been
know.
saying it.
I've gone from frustrated to annoyed.
let's
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez.
we'll go back and redo this.
What email do we send it to again?
Did you finish this one, or
I did.
okay? We still want to add a planet for each one. And I-
Okay.
we're not that. This is the first step that we need to. But okay, class. Thank you very much, and don't forget to save it. See you guys on Thursday. Relax.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
I think we should all go have a shot of tequila.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Vasquez.
Mr. Vasquez. Night, everyone.
Good night.